Hello and welcome to this review of Gekkeikan sake. They said this is the world's most popular Junmai-shu. And that's a class of sake, pure rice sake. It's very popular in the United States. Apparently it's produced in California by Gekkeikan USA. Alright, so it's a USA product, 15.6% alcohol, and this 750 milliliter bottle, it was $7.48, alright, at Walmart. I noticed another store had the Gekkeikan in the little 6-ounce bottles with the built-in pourer. You unscrew it and you can pour it in there. But it was $3.99. I think it's called Cap Ace. It's also 15.6, but I figured this is a better value per ounce, although the little 6-ounce bottles are imported from Japan, little glass bottles. I might get those one day. Check out Japanese produce. I noticed another store had the black and gold Gekkeikan, more higher, maybe higher quality gourmet sake, and it was also USA made though. Okay, USA produced. It's clear, little yellow tint to it though, like you get with if you boil rice. All right, a little bit of alcohol legs around there. I don't know how big this glass is. I think it's 4 ounces. And I'm drinking this room temperature. All right, I've never actually had sake before, so this is the first time. Smells kind of like a 15.6% alcoholic beverage. Like it's a milder alcohol aroma. If it was, 33%, it'd be a lot boozier. You get that rice, that cooked rice aroma. It's very mild, pleasant, and somewhat neutral. There's definitely aroma to it. Now, they were saying on the website you can heat it up, get it real hot, you could drink it cold, you could drink it room temperature. There's mixed drinks, a bunch of mixed drinks they suggested with it. They were saying you could just drink it any way you want, really. One thing I noticed, the body seems a little heavy on it, heavier than I thought. Just from seeing people drink sake and on television and just my conception of it, I thought it was like really thin and light bodied, super light bodied, but it's kind of high, medium, getting toward heavy bodied, really. You could pick up the alcohol, the grain alcohol. It is a grain rice. It's a sake grade rice. It's made for that, or grown for that, but you can pick up that general, I guess you say generalized rice flavor. It's kind of sweet, a little fruity. Yes, say fruity. A little bit like green apples, I think. Maybe golden apple. It's hard to say, but some kind of apple flavor. I don't know what the Japanese writing is. Now they say the company was started in 1637. It's still in business. And it's part of some trade association around the world made up of very old family-owned companies that are still in business. So close to 400 years old. And also the bottle says it's a purveyor to the imperial Japanese family, the Japanese imperial family. So by appointment. So just like you get these Scotch whiskies like J&B, you know, say produced under a royal appointment to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, and then they name all the kings and queens over the years for that. So this company's proud of that. I know Sing Thai beer trumpets that. You know, this is made with a royal warrant. We received a royal warrant to produce this beer, and Gekkeikan seems proud of that. Now, do I like sake? I don't know. It's a little different for me. I would have to get a taste for it, I guess. It's like, kind of like on the same level, I feel, my impression is it's on the same level like the American dessert wines. A wine, I know this is not a wine, it's its own class of alcoholic beverage. Not a beer, not a wine, it's rice, alcoholic rice beverage. But what I mean is, like, those dessert wines tend to be almost like midway between a wine and a spirit. In some states, they're sold in liquor stores. They're not allowed to be sold in wine stores. Those states have those strict regulations like that. Talking about like port, cream sherry, things like that, my dear Marsala. So this is kind of like reminding me of that type of thing. I wouldn't want to drink too much of it because I bet it really knock you for a loop. But I wouldn't drink too much of it because of the relatively heavy body. Kind of like with those dessert wines, the body on those tends to be a little heavy, little thick in a way, almost a syrupy, viscous type thing. Hard to describe if you've never had those. But I don't think you'd catch yourself drinking too much of those things. I wouldn't. But anyway, how would I score this? You know, well, compared to all the other sakes I've had, actually I've never had them. But to be fair, just as a booze, you know, a beverage, alcoholic beverage. Interesting aroma. Maybe some red beans will go well with it, and some ham hocks. They're saying tempura, that kind of thing. I can see that. Also, they say in Japan, I was reading an article, they said in Japan, back in the 1970s, beer passed sake up, or the 1960s, beer passed it up. And sake has kind of died in popularity over there over the decades. Maybe it's seen like an old person's drink. Oh, old people drink that. But has a pleasant and interesting flavor. I mean, from what I'm dealing with, this novice approach, where you have to start somewhere, I would say seems like it's a very well-made product. And a most excellent product. I wouldn't give it a number score at this point with no sake experience, but it's the most excellent product, I think. 1637, they know what they're doing. And they have their reasons for brewing it and bottling it and producing it here in this country. So instead of importing it over here. So, les bon temps relais. Sorry for the long video, but I needed to get a handle on it. Very interesting. I'm glad I tried it. And and what do they have on here? Sake screwdriver, sake on the rocks, and sake Bloody Mary. Okay, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.